my V family all over the world. This is your chief, as promised, with his Bathing Ape t-shirt. Now it's so confusing because I don't know whether I've used this t-shirt for a previous Wednesday message. So I hope this is new. If it's not, pretend like you're surprised and you love my new Wednesday message t-shirts. Alright guys, it's been such a freaking exciting week. Okay, last week, as I told you, I spent the whole week with Dato Sri Vijay, with Japa, our great ones, planning what 2020 is going to be. And I just want to remind all of you, the Step Up Bonanza from QNet is rocking all over the world. This is the most exciting Bonanza ever launched, which merges presentation, and helping people earn more checks. So wherever you are, focus on the Step Up Bonanza. And for those of you who want to know where I will be in December, I will be in the amazing city of Istanbul, Turkey, for the greatest event to close the year called We Turkey, where you will see the great one, Japadas Bismarck, and the gorgeous one, alright, Chief Patman Senatiraja, on stage, speaking to over 3,000 amazing warriors who are coming for the closing event to cater for one of the most beautiful regions in the world, Russia, Turkey, the Middle East, CIS countries, and anywhere you are in the world. Log on to the website, figure out where Turkey is. The dates are 16, 17, 18 December. Cancel all your plans. Bring your top leaders. Bring your team. Fly to our closing event of 2019, We Turkey in Istanbul. Alright, so that's where I'll be in December. Many other places I'll be, because we are excited about the closing of the year. And the whole of last week, I've been talking to so many people. I don't know why, but my phones have been ringing non-stop. Even the new iPhone 11, right, has been ringing non-stop, of so many people talking to me, asking me on so many areas of one topic, relationships. All right, and I always say this in every Wednesday message or past Wednesday messages, that our journey through life, forget about network marketing for 1 minute. Don't forget about it. Remember it. All right. Our journey through life is surrounded by our dreams, our goals, our existence in this beautiful planet called Earth. But most importantly, we are surrounded by relationships on a personal level, in a professional level, upline, downline, brother, sister, mom, dad, daughter, son. Okay, we are surrounded by relationships. And the sad part, which I realize, listening to so many people talk to me from all over the world, it is the most important aspect of our life. It defines almost who we are. It defines our journey of life. It defines, all right, our level of happiness, okay, throughout this journey, from the time you're born till you die. You cannot avoid it. You cannot ignore it. You need it, all right, to exist. But we also take it for granted. We take the most important thing of our life for granted. That's called relationships. That you need to understand that you cannot max out alone. All right? That you cannot achieve financial freedom in QNet alone. The only thing that is going to get you there is the strength, the power, the skill you have of building, maintaining, strengthening relationships that matter to you. And I'm not talking about the kissing, loving relationship, okay? Because relationship is not only about that part of it. Even between husband and wife, I believe that you must be best friends. You must be soulmates. You must complete each other and never take any relationship for granted. And I realize today that due to our own arrogance, our own belief in our hype, all right, and I'm saying this because Dato Sri Vijay, my mentor, reminded me constantly about this value of relationships. And when I was younger, in this journey of network marketing, I thought my checks defined me. I thought my success, my car and all that, yes, it helps to have a Ferrari, to have a lot of money. And I still believe that's the power of network marketing. But it cannot be the only thing. And the mistake I made was I focused so much on that I didn't balance it with managing and strengthening and protecting my relationships. And I was arrogant, and still arrogant to a certain extent. All right, thank God for Dato Sri Vijay hammering me back into the ground, all right, or come back to the ground. And we take it for granted. And I lost people who were so close to me. I hurt people without realizing it. That I burnt bridges that helped me cross the most difficult times in my life, simply because I took those relationships for granted. Because we believe, in my opinion, wrongly, that once you have connected, that connection is there forever, automatically. That's total bullshit. I have seen brothers who don't talk to each other. I've seen fathers and daughters who don't talk to each other anymore. I've seen mothers and sons who fight to the point of never even attending each other's funerals or weddings. So there's nothing that is automatic. There is nothing that is lasting forever just because it started the right way, just because you establish it at the beginning. That relationship needs maintenance. Relationship needs re-establishment of trespass every single day. Dato Sri Vijay taught me this story when I was 21 years old about trespass, and I was confused. Because in Malaysia, trespass means somebody comes into your house and you shoot them. Alright? But life is about trespass. It's the seeking of permission to come into somebody's life, to matter to somebody. It is the giving of permission, like how I've given trespass to the great ones, Dato Sri Vijay, Japadas, Bismarck, all right, to come into my life. And even my mom, seeking for trespass, somebody now, even my mom, I had to re-establish trespass with her every single day, all right, because it truly, truly mattered. That I couldn't take it for granted that just because, she was my mom, or she is my mom, and I'm a son, that relationship will be strong and doesn't need to be corrected, doesn't need to be nurtured, doesn't need to be strengthened, doesn't need to be repaired constantly. And the beauty of what I learned from Dato Sri Vijay is the need to establish trespass when you start a relationship. But the real hard work is to maintain that trespass, to rebuild that trespass when you hurt that person or that person hurts you. All right? To emphasize the importance of the trespass, that never take anything for granted. Never take the words, I love you, for granted. Thank you, I am sorry. These three phrases, all right, which should be part of our language instead of all the negative words like I hate you, I don't care, get out of my life. But instead, words like I love you, all right, should be said so much more often. Or thank you, right? But the hardest thing for you to say as an upline, as a downline, as a member of your family is I am sorry. And you take things for granted. And the mistake we make is when we start to achieve a certain amount of success, when we start to have a few people who say, I respect you, I love you, can I take a selfie with you? Your ego grows. You start to believe in your own hype. You believe that you can do no wrong, but you do wrong. You believe that you are invincible. And that's when you fall. And that fall is painful. And I've been there many times before. And Dato Sri Vijay did not come and hammer me, but reminded me that the day you take the relationships around you for granted, you self-destruct. Because you alone, right, may achieve many things, but you will achieve greater things when there are people carrying you on their shoulders. People who love you, people who treat you like family, like your downlines, like your uplines. And if you observe your journey in network marketing from the time you signed up until today, you valued the relationship so much when you started, when you had nothing. That is the deepest level of humility you ever had. And you spend time with your people. You established trespass. You were there for them during their toughest times and not only the sunny days. That you made the late night phone calls. That you reminded them constantly that you are there for them. And you showed it and not only said it. That you were involved in every detail of their lives. Even when they lost somebody dear to them, you were there for them. Alright? I was there for every child that was ever born. all right, in my organization. Everyone who was married, I stood there not as an upline, not as chief, but as somebody who values that relationship I have with them. And I am making this video to remind you, don't make the mistakes I have made in my past. Don't take any relationship for granted. Even if your downline is performing, not performing, superstar, no star, you never know when they will rise. You will never know when they will fall. And taking them for granted is the peak of arrogance. The peak of arrogance is thinking that you believe in your own hype. I know today that I cannot exist without the relationships I have. My relationships with Dato Sri Vijay Japa, my mom, even though she's not with me physically, I can feel the power of my relationship with her, the strength she gives me every single day. My relationships with you, even if I don't know you personally, I am nothing without you. And I recognize that every single day. And I give back as much as I can. And you must duplicate this, what I learned from Dato Sri Vijay. That ultimately, don't take trespass for granted. Just because you built it once, it doesn't last forever. You got to build it again and again and again. And remember, what you say is not as important as what you do. All right? What you say is not as important as who you are. And my message to you, I said many Wednesday message ago, this desire to be understood will destroy you. What you must learn is how to understand where the other person is coming from. All right? Their challenges, not yours. Their goals, not yours. Their dreams, not yours. And if you portray and give them enough belief that they have faith in you, they will do anything for you. They will max out for you. They won't sleep for you. They will fight great battles for you. They will stand by you at your lowest time, not only at your highest time. And I watched this with my own eyes between Dato Sri Vijay and Japa. That's true loyalty. And today I'm telling you, this Wednesday message, I hope is the most important Wednesday message you ever hear this year. Don't take your relationships for granted. Appreciate the people around you. Even the person who signed you up and disappeared. Even the person who were there for you for 1 hour that changed your life. Even that one message you heard in the coffee shop. Or that one moment when you had a tear and that person came and gave you a hug. So remember the 3 phrases. I love you. Thank you. I am sorry. So right after this Wednesday message, pick up the phone. Take your ego and crush it down and throw it away. Pick up the bloody phone and call the people who matter. And if you have to say I love you, say it. If you have to say thank you, say it. If you have to say I'm sorry, say it. If you have to re-establish trespass, quell your ego and do it. I know it's painful, I know it's difficult, but you have to recognize the fact that you alone you don't exist. You are defined by the relationships around you. You are defined by the strength of the relationships around you. The greatest compliment you can ever have is not what people say you said on stage. It's not what people say, how much you earn or what car you drive. All that is beautiful. And if you are max out king and queen, I'm proud of you. But the greatest compliment you will ever receive is when your downline says, I talk to my children about you. And before I sleep, I say a prayer that the Lord will protect you and bless you. That is the greatest gift that Dato Sri Vijay and Japa has given us through this business. The money will come. The Ferraris will come. It is written so. But the relationships that you have built through this journey, in this family, all I can say, you cannot put a price tag on it. It is simply priceless. So make the calls right after this Wednesday message. I love you, thank you, and I'm sorry. And I'm saying this to you from my heart. I love you guys and see you at We Turkey.